You know that's a terrifying sound. That's a rattlesnake. And now we're learning that rattlesnakes can actually play tricks on humans with those rattles, right? With that shake of the
I'm just
tail.
looking at that and I'm scared.
I know, right?
You know, I've actually come across a rattlesnake, by the way, before.
Oh, you were running, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. I didn't get close enough, but I could tell the rattle was about to do what it was supposed to do. Quickly, though, do you know what the rattle is? It's actually made up by a rapid shaking together of hard rings that are made of keratin, which is like what your fingernails are made of. Okay? And they do that at like 90 times per second to obviously warn folks and other animals and everybody, hey, I'm here, you need to stay away. So a scientist was in a lab and he noticed that, you know, there was a rattlesnake, again, not running loose, but obviously in a glass or a cage or whatever. And he noticed that, well, every time I got a little bit closer, the rattle got louder. So they decided to do an experiment. And boy, oh boy, did they learn a lot from this experiment too, where they took a human-like torso and another, what they call black disc, and which they increased in size. So it looked to the snake like it was getting closer. So the rattling, of course, as it got within a certain range, it started to, you know, get approximately 40 hertz, okay? But then abruptly, and I mean abruptly, it would go up to 60 to 100 hertz. Faster and louder and louder. So they, instead of doing this in a real life experiment, they did kind of a virtual reality experiment where they took real humans with virtual reality glasses and they mimicked that sound. And they said to the humans, okay, let us know when you think you're about 3 feet away from the rattlesnake.
Okay.
And the humans all raised their hand at a specific time when that rattle got louder and stronger. But here's the thing. They weren't within 3 feet. They were like 10 to 12 feet away. So what they're saying is that the rattlesnakes want nothing to do with us, Russell. They don't want to come after us. But they've learned through the years, they also don't want to be trampled by larger animals. They also don't want to break their fangs if they're attacked by coyotes and stuff like that. So they make their rattle seem closer and louder on purpose. So you think you're 3 feet, but you're probably 10 or 12, and that's what tends to keep the predators away and the humans away as well. You know what I mean? It's their adaptiveness.
That's fascinating.
It is, and it's so amazing, and they want to do more studies on this, but what they're saying is this: they're taking advantage of the human auditory system.
Sorry, I stopped listening to you for a second.
I know, I'm looking at that too.
That's a bit much.
But they're taking advantage of this auditory system that we have and other animals where they know that they can trick the ears of predators or just people in general to think that they're closer than they really are. I'm going to be honest with you, besides looking at this unbelievable video, if I hear a rattle at all, I don't care if it's a baby rattle, I'm running in the other direction. I'm not getting within 10 feet anyway.
But what you said, though, what you said is not so much they've done this to protect themselves, which I think is the most fascinating part.
Of course, because if you think about it, think about wild boars and think about coyotes and stuff that would try to kill them. And they would be trampled by them because obviously they just can't run away. So they found a way to say, hey, I'm closer than you think I am. You don't want to mess with this. But they're also thinking that, again, if they get attacked by these larger predators, that they'll break their fangs off, which are very important for them to use too. So they don't want to do that. So their attitude is like, just stay away. I mean, and that's really what it comes down to. But it's adaptiveness of these creatures, which is kind of fascinating.
Hey, we got to go.
Yep.
That was fascinating, though. Thank you.
You're good.